Most people think you need a six-figure income to save six figures, but I saved my first $100,000 before I ever made $100,000 a year. No rich parents, no lucky break, no crypto lottery, just consistent effort, mindset shifts, and a system that anybody can follow. So if you're stuck in debt and feeling like you're always behind or just tired of the whole paycheck to paycheck cycle, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it, guys, and how you can start your path today. So here's why this video matters, okay? The first 100K is literally the most important money milestone you'll ever hit. It's not just about the number, it's about who you become getting there. You learn how to save, you learn how to budget, how to invest, and most importantly, guys, you learn how to delay gratification and build real wealth. After 100K, everything starts compounding. I mean, you start earning interest on interest. And before that, you're just surviving. So let's get into how I crossed that line, all right? Now, I started in a bad spot. I had decent income, but I was broke. No savings, maxed out credit cards, zero investing. Could barely even be able to help my mom out when she was stuck. I was constantly stressed, watching the calendar for payday, hoping no unexpected bill would destroy me. And I thought I had to earn more to fix it, but I was wrong. I didn't have an income problem only. I actually had a behavior problem. I was buying comfort. I was spending like the people around me were. And I didn't even realize how broke I was. That is until I looked at my net worth and it was negative. Now here's a hint, guys. I didn't even know what net worth was, but when I figured it out, I realized that mine was negative. So one day I sat down and I looked at my bank account, my credit card statement, and a paycheck stub all side by side. And then it hit me. I had nothing to show for all the years, all the hundreds and thousands of hours of work that I had put in. And that was the moment that I decided, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna live this no more. Can't keep living like this. I made a vow to get to $100,000, not for the money, but for the freedom. Freedom from stress, freedom from the clock, freedom to say no to things that I hated. My bosses, they had me by the balls and I knew it and I hated that. I didn't know exactly how yet, but I was done living broke. Now, there were 5 big shifts that I changed, and it changed the game for me, guys. Number 1, I treated savings like a bill. Now, this was non-negotiable. I set up automatic transfers the day my paycheck hit. I didn't save whatever was left over because nothing's ever left over to save. So the first thing I did was I paid myself first, even if it was just like $100 at first. That's the first habit that separates people who grow wealth from those who never will. I built a wealth budget, not a basic budget. It's a big difference here. So a normal budget just tracks your bills. A wealth budget tracks your freedom. So I divided my income into survival, debt destruction, wealth building, fun. Yes, I still had fun. I gamified this whole savings thing. I tracked every dollar like it was like a soldier on a mission. I attacked my high interest debt like it was my enemy, because it was. 18% interest draining my future, keeping me a slave. Forget that. So I used the debt snowball method at first, small wins for momentum. But then I switched the game up. I switched to the avalanche method to kill the high interest ones. I sold stuff, I took extra gigs, and every dollar I freed up, I put that toward the next loan. And of course, I had to change my environment. Now, this might be probably the most important one for me. I stopped hanging around people who normalize debt, YOLO spending, and victim mentality. Forget all that stuff. I follow people online who were ahead of me. I started reading books. When I would be in traffic, I would listen to podcasts. I'd watch YouTube channels like this one, and my circle shifted. My mindset shifted. I stopped asking, how can I afford that? And I started asking, how does this get me closer to freedom? I started investing even when it was scary. So the day I invested my first $100 into an index fund, I felt sick, but I knew I had to get in the game. I didn't time the market. I just picked solid, boring investments, and I added to them every month. I also invested in skills, books, courses, mindset. And I know some people say mindset, oh, that's just hokey pokey stuff. Guys, girls, trust me. Don't sleep on the mindset. The more I learned, the more my confidence grew, and so did my net worth. Now, I didn't hit 100K in 1 year, guys, but I got real close. Year 1, paid off $12,000 in debt and saved my first $10,000. Year 2, started investing, grew to 40K net worth. Year 3, crossed the $100,000 line, and life felt completely different. That money gave me options, and more importantly, it gave me peace. I wasn't worried about car repairs. I wasn't worried about job loss or emergency bills anymore. I finally had some breathing room. They say money doesn't bring happiness. Well, just imagine if you're no longer stressed about your bills or losing a job. To me, that brought some degree of happiness. Now, if you're ready to start your journey to 100K, I put together a free guide to help you guys out. It's called the 100K Playbook, and it outlines the 7 steps that I took to escape financial survival mode. Now, it's short, it's free, and it's a better starting point than watching 100 random finance videos, all right? So you could grab it right now below. I'll leave a link in the description down below. And look, I get it. I know what it feels like to be stuck, guys. You see other people winning financially, and you wonder, well, what am I doing wrong, right? You think you're working hard, but somehow you're always behind. So how could I possibly be working this hard and still end up being behind, right? You feel the stress every time the rent's due, or maybe when an unexpected bill hits you, or when you check your bank account and it's just embarrassing, right? I've lived this for years. I carried this invisible weight of not feeling like a real adult, I had a job, sure. Like I've almost always had a job. There were very few times where I was actually unemployed, and typically, and honestly, to be very honest with you, 100%, there was a good year and a half period of time where I was unemployed, and but that was by choice. I quit the job, and I had an online business at the time, and I wish I had the business acumen then that I have now, but I had an online business at the time, and my dream was to quit this job where I was basically being abused at, and live off of this website that I had created back in 2000 or 2001. And I'll go into what I was selling at the time, but believe it or not, back in 2001, I made a website, and I was literally generating $100,000 a year from this website. Think about it. This is 2025 today, right? I had a website in 2001 generating $100,000 a year. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. But I was working hard, but I wasn't getting ahead. And what made it worse, I felt like I couldn't talk about it. Most people are faking it, okay? They're acting like they're fine. They're posting vacation. They're posting, pics of their vacations on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you happen to use, X or whatever, new clothes, while they're secretly maxing out their credit cards. A lot of people out here you would think are winning are not really winning. And they don't want to accept it either. They're faking it until they get called out. And when I say called out, I'm talking about they lose their job and they can't make the minimum payments, and all of a sudden things start getting repossessed. The truth, guys, most people are struggling. It's just that they're struggling silently. And the system is designed to keep you distracted, to keep you overwhelmed, and to keep you broke. This is just what it is. It is what it is. And here's the good news, guys. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay broke. You're not broken. You're not behind. You just haven't been taught the right system. And so this is why I created the 100K playbook, not to overwhelm you, but to simplify everything. It's not fluff. It's not theory. It's the essential. It's the same roadmap that I used when I had no savings, I had bad habits, and I felt lost financially. And I'm telling you this because I wish somebody had told me. I wish someone had grabbed me and said, hey, Ron, listen, if you do this for 12 months, your whole life will change. Okay. So that's what I'm saying to you right now. Not as a guru, not as somebody trying to sell you a dream, but as someone who's lived through the stress, someone who's lived through the debt, the anxiety, the feeling like when you wake up, it's like I was actually happier when I was sleeping, because the moment I would wake up to the stress that was just, it was this anxiety because of the problem that I was living every day, day in and day out. But I came out the other side, and I want you to know that there is a solution. Okay. I know you can get depressed and feel down, but I want you to know that there is a solution. And if you're tired of watching life pass you by, if you're sick of counting down to payday, like you're counting down to payday like it's some kind of like a rescue mission, if you want your money to work for you instead of the other way around, then this is your moment, guys. Start with the free guide, watch the next video, and if you're serious about making this year the year that you finally take control of your money, you're going to find out how to work with me directly in the first 100K masterclass, okay? Either way, this isn't just another finance video. This is the beginning of a mindset shift that could literally change your entire future. A lot of people, they overestimate what they can do in a week, right? Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, maybe you can, maybe you can't, right? But most people, they overestimate what they can do in a week. They overestimate what they can do in a short period of time. And they end up giving up when it doesn't work overnight. But I'll tell you this, if you commit to this, if you stick to the steps, you'll wake up one day and you're going to realize you're not worried about money anymore. You were worried about something that didn't even need your energy to worry over. So imagine this. You're going to wake up one day and you realize, hey, you're not worried about money anymore. You're not chasing the next check. You're building wealth. You're building freedom for you and for your family. And you're going to have the confidence to know that you did it your way. How's that sound? Download the 100K playbook. Start building your financial foundation today, guys. Make the you of tomorrow thank the you of today. And of course, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to start. And the best time to build wealth was 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now. Now, in the next video, guys, I'm going to break down exactly what I would do if I was starting from zero today. No savings, no experience, nothing. It's called From Zero to 100K, my step-by-step game plan. Don't miss it, guys. And also, if this video helped you, drop a quick like for the video, comment and subscribe, and even share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build your first 100K together.